Wouldn't you love to hear the president sit here behind this desk and say, America, you read the paper? I know, I haven't read this thing for a while either. America has a trust deficit. We don't trust our institutions anymore. We don't trust Congress. We don't trust the guy who sits behind here. Can you imagine the president actually saying this to you? We don't trust the Supreme Court. I know, because it says it in the paper, I don't trust. Everyone is cutting a deal. Everyone has a horse in the race. You can't trust anybody because everybody's looking out for themselves. Liberals and conservatives, both of them. Republicans and Democrats, both of them. Wouldn't you love to hear the president say this? You can't trust the media, because what I read in the New York Times is slanted to fit an agenda. I go over someplace else, it's slanted to fit an agenda. Hello? It's wrong. Truth is truth. I'll find your agenda right here on the editorial page. Unfortunately, it's throughout the whole thing. Here's a story about how we can't trust the banks. If you're late on a loan, they might foreclose on you. If you invest with one of the investment houses, they just might sell you cheap junk. Here, this is the scourge of corporate corruption. They'll sell you junk and they'll wrap it in pretty paper. We learned just last week, and that's what this story is about, that our banks have been lying to us. In fact, they're not even lying to us. They've gone beyond that. They're lying to each other. They're lying about the interest rate they charge each other. So they'd all look better to the federal regulators, who quite honestly don't answer to anybody anymore. Everybody's in on it. They lied to the regulators. They lied to each other so they wouldn't have to pay you and investors as much. Wouldn't you love to hear the president say, oh, and we all pretend to be so shocked. I'm the president of the United States, and this is an outrage, and it'll stop. Oh, come on. How could the banks lie? How could the media get it wrong? How could the politicians be so inept? I wonder where the trust deficit really comes from. Does it mean that America's great institutions, its leaders, its functionaries, have their work cut out for them? All we have to do is start telling the truth, I wonder. All we have to do is start being honest with each other. Really? We're going to hold people accountable. I'm not so sure. It's not just because I don't think anybody who sits at this desk, left or right, anybody who sits at a media desk, a news anchor desk, anybody who sits at the assignment desk, it's not just because I don't think they can really be honest. I don't even think they can recognize the truth anymore. It's because I don't think you and I expect them to be honest anymore. We expect them to tell us. We all know what we're going to get out of the New York Times. We all know what we're going to get out of this office if it's a Republican, out of this office if it's a Democrat. And most times we're both pissed off about the same thing, but when it's our guy who does it, we pretend we're not pissed off. Really? Wouldn't you love to hear the President of the United States stand up in this desk, stand up here and say, you want trust? Here's how you do it. This is how America was designed. The Founding Fathers were suspicious of giant institutions. They were suspicious of churches, the Church of England, big trading companies of London, the king, exploiters, politicians. They hated all of them. It was their way or banishment. So the founders chose revolution. They trusted the individual and placed power in you. They wrote the Constitution at this moment. Here he is, George Washington. Let us raise a standard in which the wise and honest can repair. They trusted you. Not the banks, not the churches, not the newspapers. You. They didn't want America dominated by a new church, a new king. because they knew at the heart of trust in an institution would be dependency. You would depend on them to do it. Trust is wonderful, don't get me wrong. Trust is at the heart of friendship. It's at the heart of all enduring human relationships, especially marriage. But trust between people is a two-way street. I trust my wife, she trusts me. We both care about that, but trust between you and an institution is a dead end. The individual trusts, the institution doesn't give a flying crap. They're indifferent. Wouldn't you love to hear the president sit at this desk and tell you the truth? Maybe this is a good thing. I read this story this morning and I thought this is a good thing. We'll have our trust shattered. It's a good thing. It's a wake-up call. It's a reminder that our institutions, we're not supposed to trust them. George Washington said, government is like a fire. If you control it, it's good. If you forget what it is, it will control you. We are the citizens. We are the owners of the United States of America. We're not children. Get out of my soda, Bloomberg. Get out of my bedroom, federal government. Get out of my doctor's office, federal government. Get out of my business, federal government. I'm not a child. You are there to protect my life, to protect my liberty, so I can pursue my happiness. Oh, would I love to hear any president say that. I don't think Obama will say it, and I don't think Mitt Romney will say it. Wouldn't it be nice? It would be nice to trust our leaders, but we should never trust them. Very short leash. We need to trust ourselves and our neighbor. We should trust those we know, not distant bureaucrats, not even our elected leaders, certainly not self-appointed experts and media pundits. Who are these people? Who am I? You don't know me. I've never asked for your trust. I've asked you to do your own homework. Be independent. It's not about personalities. It's about the truth. Find the truth yourself. Don't trust anybody. You're going to trust the CEOs and the banks and the corporations and the politicians? Whew. Now, this is easier said than done. Just trust yourself because you've been trained. I've been trained. We've all been trained. Wait like a damsel in distress. Throw open the shutters of the window. Help, help. Oh, wait for someone else to save you. When the banks lied to us, what did we do? We ran into the arms of the bank regulators. Most of them had worked at Goldman Sachs. And then when the bank regulators failed, we hire more regulators. Most of them work at Goldman Sachs. No one sitting at this desk will ever tell you that. You need to say it. It's your country. You're the owner of this desk. Last week, there were storms across the country, trees down, power outages, houses destroyed. The East Coast took quite a hit. In one area, Washington, D.C., it stayed dark for days. After a few days of sitting in the heat, the people in Washington, they rose up. What did they do? Oh, help me! Help me, somebody! They complained. They wrote letters. And what did they say? They said, where's our utility regulators? Why isn't our government protecting us from these evil, lazy utility corporations? Really? It is typical because it is a habit, and it is a bad habit. Imagine what the Founding Fathers would say. Why are you so dependent? Last week, somebody else's power went out. Because this person was stupid enough to believe that a farm could be run on solar and wind power alone. 100 degrees. 100 degrees. Power went out. Little children were in the house. Oh, it was horrible. How do I know? I was there. I was the one stupid enough to think solar and wind power could power a house for 8 people. It's bullcrap. So what did we do? I got on the roof and said, help, help. No, I didn't. You know who complained? The children. The adults said, get over it. Make yourself some lemonade. Get over it. It's not going to make it better. How did America go so wrong? Franklin was asked on the way out of the Constitutional Convention, what have you given us, sir? I have given you a republic if you can keep it, he said. If our institutions fail us, what then? We run into the arms of another big, giant institution, one that's bigger, one that says, give me more power so they can fail us too. We should take on the work of fixing things ourselves. Stop delegating the work to others. Stop complaining. When others do the right thing, follow them. When they don't follow them. Don't complain. That's what children do, and we're not children. Let us make our institutions earn our trust. And they probably never can. But if they can't, then someone else will do the job. It can be done. There is no limit to what a man can do or where he can go if he doesn't mind who gets the credit. It's a state of mind. It's the American state of mind. Are you up to the challenge? Will it be you? God bless you. God bless the Republic. Thanks for watching. From Dallas, good night, America.